This is my May reading wrap up, and I managed to read 8 books this month. So I read, I think it was 3 books on my Kindle, but I have 4 books on my Kindle, but I have 2 of the physical copies. So the first book that I started off reading was The Crash by Frida McFadden, and that was on my Kindle. I rated that book 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I loved the whole concept of it, and it just was so thrilling. I read it in a few days and definitely recommend you to read it. Another book that I read on my Kindle was Playing Nicely. This is by JP Delaney, and again, this was such another unique concept that I absolutely enjoyed. I actually read it on holiday, and I don't really read books on holiday, which is really surprising, but like I literally wanted to read this book because it was so good, and I definitely enjoyed it. So definitely check it out if you haven't already, and I rated that one 5 stars. Another book that I read on the Kindle was The Mystery Guest. This is by Nita Prose. I actually didn't read the physical copy even though I had it. I think it was on Prime Reading, so I ended up just getting it and reading it on there, and I absolutely love this one. Again, it follows Molly the maid in her hotel, and an author is there for a book signing and he collapses and dies. So it's definitely one to check out. If you read the first one, then you'll definitely love this one too. I rated this one 5 stars again and absolutely loved it. So the next book I read was Lessons in Chemistry, and I read this on BorrowBox. If you don't know what BorrowBox is, then make sure you check out my video that I will be posting soon about what BorrowBox is. It's so good and definitely worth checking out. But let me tell you, I was so surprised by how much I love this book. I kept putting it off for ages and ages just because I wasn't sure I was going to love it, but I did, and I rated it 5 stars. It's definitely one to check out. So much feminine energy in here, so much girl boss energy. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. I actually read Killjoy on my Kindle as well, but I forgot. This is the limited edition copy that I've got. This is from HarperCollins and I absolutely love it. It's got sprayed edge. The front and the back cover is just stunning, but I have to say I wasn't particularly sure about this one. I read it last in the series, so this is actually the prequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I read it last. I did rate it 4 stars because I didn't really enjoy it, but if I had read it in order, then I definitely would have enjoyed it more than I did. But definitely check it out. If you haven't read The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I definitely recommend you starting with this one, and if you don't like it, then jump straight to the first one because that book will have you hooked. I then read The Beekeeper of Aleppo, and again, this has been on my TBR for the longest time and I loved it. I read it in one sitting. It was so good, so heartfelt. It follows a couple that are running from the war in Syria and all the trials and tribulations that they have to face. It's really good. I rated this one 5 stars. It does have some trigger warnings, so make sure you read them before you read the book. I then read 1,000 Broken Pieces. This is by Tilly Cole, and it is the second book in the series for 1,000 Boy Kisses, and I have to say I really enjoyed this one, but I did rate it 4 stars. It's definitely worth checking out if you did enjoy the first one. This follows Savannah, which is Poppy's sister, and her sort of journey through grief. She goes on this like retreat where she meets this boy Kale, and they work through their grief journeys together. It's so good. It's definitely one book that I cried throughout the book because it was just so heartbreaking. But definitely check it out. If you did enjoy the first one, then you possibly would love this one too. Then the last book that I read this month was Say You Swear. This is by Megan Brady, and I actually got I don't know if it's Megan Brady or Megan Brady, but I actually got recommended to read this one by one of my book besties, Hans Book Talk. Definitely check her account out, her channel out if you haven't already. She's so amazing. But she recommended me this and I was like, oh my god, like I hate when people recommend me books because if I don't like them I don't want to like disappoint them. But let me say, I am now obsessed with this book. It is so good. I'm so glad she recommended it me because this was definitely a 10-star book for me. Like I don't really have that many, but this was so good. It's about a girl who's in this group of friends, and one of them happens to be a brother, so there's 5 of them, and she's always had this crush on her brother's best friend, and he basically breaks her heart, and she meets this other guy, Noah. Let me tell you, Noah is one of the best book boyfriends you'll ever read about. Like, he's so top tier. Definitely check this one out if you haven't already. I am gonna be posting a full review of this book because I just love it so much, and I just want to give a special shout out to Hans BookTok. But they were all the books that I read in May. Make sure you check out my June TBR and what's on there, and let me know any of your 5-star reads this month. I would love to hear them.